Good morning, students. Okay. See, we have completed human health and disease chapter. Okay. So today we will move for the CET. Okay. I took questions from the base CET only. Okay. Today we will see the CET questions. Okay. Today I will solve up to 45 questions. Tomorrow we will solve next 45 questions. Okay. So first one is here. We come from the topic that is common human disease. Okay. Common human disease. Regarding about these in human disease, the questions we will deal with. Okay. First one, that is cholera is caused by. See, ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ there are different types of the diseases caused by the different types of pathogens. You people already know. Besides from your chapter, you must and should learn the different disease also, because for CET or the NEET questions, they are going to ask the different diseases also, rather than the topic which are covered in the lessons. Other diseases should also you should learn the only you should learn the causative agent and the diseases. That's enough. Okay. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಓದಲೇಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾಲರಾ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಕಾಲರಾ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ದೇರ್, or tetanus or diphtheria. See, these are the certain diseases for CET and the NEET. Definitely they are going to ask the causative agent. So you people exactly in the ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಿ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ರಿ, that is base 7B. In base 7B they have given certain chart. Okay, those chart is much enough. Okay, they have given the disease that are caused by the bacteria as well as disease that is caused by the virus. Those both chart are very important. Okay, only those chart is much enough for you people. Okay, I will deal with that chart first. Okay, see, can you see this one? First we will deal this one. Okay, later we will go for the questions. Okay, because first you are getting a questions regarding about that only. So first ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ disease and causative agent ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. later ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ one by one ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. Okay, see, first we will see that one, disease. Okay, first one is cholera. You people know about cholera. I will tell about how later ಅದು first question arise ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ cholera ಇದೆ. later I will tell that how it causes. Okay, see, cholera, and it is, remember these what are the disease what I have shown here, these all are bacterial disease. First you should identify the disease whether it is comes under the bacteria or the virus. Later you should remember the pathogen which is the causative agent. Okay, so now whatever I have lined up here, these all are the diseases that are caused by the bacteria. Okay, see, first one is cholera. The bacteria, the causative agent of cholera is Vibrio cholerae. Okay, it is nothing but Vibrio cholerae. Okay, see, okay, I will take a pen here. Okay, can everybody see this? Vibrio coma anta karitara, Vibrio coma or Vibrio cholerae. Okay, next one come up, you have already learned, that is pneumonia. The causative agent for pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumonia. In here Streptococcus pneumonia. Okay, next comes typhoid. Okay, your causative agent which you are already learned, pneumonia you have learned, typhoid you have learned. Okay, here the causative agent is Salmonella typhi. Okay, next one Salmonella typhi. Okay, next one tetanus. The tetanus is also caused by the bacteria, and the bacteria name is called as Clostridium tetani. Clostridium tetani. Okay, next ones come diphtheria. Okay, the diphtheria, the causative agent here is bacteria. Here that causative agent bacteria is Corynebacterium diphtheriae. It is Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, next whooping cough. Okay, it is caused by Bordetella pertussis. Okay, Bordetella pertussis. Okay, Bordetella pertussis. Okay, tuberculosis. Okay, it is caused by the bacteria called as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, plague, you have heard about the plague. The plague is caused by Yersinia pestis. Okay, Yersinia pestis. Okay, next leprosy, it is caused caused by Mycobacterium leprae. Okay. Syphilis, it is caused by Trypanosoma pallidum. Okay. Gonorrhea, it is caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Okay. Diarrhea, it is caused by Escherichia coli or Shigella dysentery. Okay, or Salmonella. Okay. Anthrax. Okay, this anthrax is mainly caused by Bacillus anthracis. Okay, among these, so many times the questions that are arised, yavella questions ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I am going to tick here. Okay, they are asked about you cholera, remember, so many times. They are asked about you pneumonia, typhoid they are asked, they are asked tetanus, they are asked diphtheria, they are asked most of time tuberculosis, they are asked TB. You people know the TB. For the TB, the vaccine that is arised is BCG vaccine. Okay. Plague, so many times they have asked about plague, that is Yersinia pestis. Okay. Next comes syphilis, they are asked, which is a sexually transmitted disease. Okay. Trypanosoma pallidum. Okay. Much amount of they are asked, that is anthrax. Anthrax balls are ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Anthrax, that is Bacillus anthracis. Okay. Please try to remember these are those diseases which are caused by bacterium. Please, ಇದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶುಡ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ. Now come for the next one, that is viral diseases. Okay. Next one is viral diseases and the causative agent. These are the list which are put here. These are the diseases that is caused by virus. Please note down those things. Okay. Influenza. Okay. Influenza caused by erythomyxovirus, caused by erythomyxovirus. Okay. Chickenpox, which are already learned. Chickenpox, the first vaccine is made by Edward Jenner is for chickenpox and smallpox. How did it? The first from the chickenpox, using the chickenpox, he is made the vaccination for the smallpox, which we are already learned in the back. Edward Jenner, who had created the first vaccination for the smallpox. The chickenpox, which is the causative agent here, is virus, that is varicella zoster. Okay. Varicella zoster. Okay. Smallpox. Okay. It is also called by varroa virus. Okay. Measles. Okay. Rubella disease, it is called as. It is also caused by Rubella viruses or myxoviruses. Okay. Rabies. You people already know rabies disease. Okay. Which is got by biting up of mad dog. Okay. Rabies. Okay. Hydrophobia, because you know why they are called as hydrophobia. Those are the symptoms that is shown by the people who got bite from the mad dog. They are getting a rabies disease. They are probably get the phobia to the water. Hence, it is called as hydrophobia. Okay. It is Lassa virus. It is caused by Lassa virus. Okay. Mumps. You people know about this mumps. In Kannada they tell you already. So many people has experienced this mumps. They are mainly caused to the your salivary gland. They mainly infect your salivary gland. They used to tell in Kannada bungan bavu anta karitiralla ನೀವು, that is nothing but mumps. Okay. Infectious parotiditis. Okay. Parotiditis. Okay. Means parotiditis means the salivary gland which is present here, parotid gland, it is going to infect to the parotid gland here. Okay. It is mainly caused by paramyxovirus. Okay. Next one, poliomyelitis. Okay. It is caused by poliovirus. Okay. Infectious hepatitis. They are having a, remember, I want to tell you one thing, whether you have observed or no, till now we have know about the hepatitis A and hepatitis B virus. Right now what happened, a person got a Nobel Prize for making a discovery of hepatitis C virus. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Right now the 3 people got a Charles and I forgot. Charles idare obru Michael. Okay. Other one I forgot. There are 3 people who are took the Nobel Prize for the certain medical discoveries. What they are discovered means they are discovered the hepatitis C virus first time. Okay. Till now you know about hepatitis B and hepatitis A. Okay. So ನಾನು ಹಂಗೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ. ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಹೆಪಟೈಟಿಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆಪಟೈಟಿಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಎ. ಓಕೆ. ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಹೆಪಟೈಟಿಸ್ ವೈರಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ವೈರಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ಏಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is caused by HIV virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus. Why it is called like that? You people already know. Okay. Serum hepatitis. Okay. Viral hepatitis B. It is called caused by serum hepatitis virus. Okay. Next from dengue fever. Okay. From the dengue fever, it is caused by the virus called as dengue virus. Okay. Arbovirus means it is mainly passed through the air. Okay. Arbovirus. Okay. Swine flu. You people are here the swine flu. Okay. H1N1 virus. Okay. So try to remember the different types. You should must and should write. Okay. You ellaru baribeku. You should must and should write this overall the chart. So this is an assignment for you people. Remember, add this for assignment. Okay, please make a chart. Okay, a chart that is consist of bacterial disease and the causative agent, and the viral disease and this causative agent. Okay, so if you know about this one, you can easily crack the questions if they are asking any causative agent. Okay, so we will move for the first question then. Now, right now, if you people know about this, then you are going to tell the answer. Okay, so okay, see, okay, okay, cholera is caused by, can everybody see this? Cholera is caused by, whether it is caused by virus, they are asking, see, whether it is caused by fungi, bacteria or protozoan. You people already know, it is mainly caused by what? Bacteria. It is a bacterial disease. Okay. Next come mumps. Mumps is, okay, already you have seen that mumps is mainly caused by what? Virus. It is not a bacterial disease. So mumps is a viral disease. So first answer is correct. Okay. It is not a bacterial disease. It is not a fungal disease. It is not a protozoan disease. Okay. Remember what I told, the cholera. I want to deal with little bit more about cholera. Okay. See, a cholera is caused by the bacteria called as Vibrio cholerae. Remember. Okay. It is mainly how it is caused means how can it transfer the bacteria to the person means by consuming the contaminated food or contaminated water. Okay. See, I will show you. Okay. I will show you. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. Can everybody see this one? Can everybody see this one? It is mainly caused by Vibrio cholerae. See, it is mainly transmitted by drinking the contaminated water can be causing for this disease. See, once it's enter into the human, it's directly enter into the intestine. Remember, once it enter into the intestine, it's mainly releases certain toxin substance. This toxin substance make them people to excrete the more amount of water from the body. As a result, it become a dehydration. You are getting my point? When this enters into the body, that is mainly to the small intestines, they are going to secrete certain toxins. These toxins makes the people within the body physiological activity, it's going to change the physiological activities and makes to secrete a more amount of water from your body, means you are going to excrete a more amount of water from your body. As a result, what happened? You get a dehydration. Once it's get a dehydration, you are going to lose electrolytes, you are going to lose a salt, you are going to lose water. As a result, the person become completely dehydration. If the person is not treated, it is definitely a fatal disease. Remember, okay? It causes fatal, means the person may undergo for death. Okay? You people understood? Hope. Okay? We'll see next year. Okay? Okay, so mumps. Mumps I already told. Mumps is nothing but which is a viral disease caused by what? Mumps is mainly caused by the virus. Mumps is caused by the. It is a viral disease. You are already people know that. Okay. So next I will show you a viral disease. Okay. See. Again I will show you about virus. Okay. This is a cholera. Okay. Next come mumps. Can everybody see this one? Can everybody see this one? It is mainly caused by Paramyxoviridae. Okay. It is mainly caused by what? Paramyxoviridae. Okay. Okay. See here. Okay. paramyxoviridae. Okay, mumps virus. It's mainly affects the great salivary gland. Okay, parotid. Okay, submaxillary, maxillary. Okay, you people know. So what the parotid gland is a salivary gland. It directly goes and infects the parotid gland. As a result, it gets swollen like just like monkeys. Okay, how the symptoms is going to appear means it's going to swell your cheek region. So your face is just appearing like a monkey like appearance will be happens here. Okay, so next what happens, the mumps symptoms will be a headache, okay, pain in the joints, obviously swelling in the parotid glands, you people know already how the next comes fever, a very dry mouth will happens, loss of appetite, there will be a no hunger. Okay, next we will move. Okay, see, so everybody got to know. So answer will be here. Please adjust it. It is a bacterial disease. It is a viral disease. Okay. Next one, diphtheria. Okay. Next we will see. Okay. Next we will see. Can everybody see this? Diphtheria is characterized by. Diphtheria is mainly bacterial disease. You people already know. Diphtheria is bacterial disease. So what it is going to characterize, they are telling. Okay, so diphtheria, it is a bacterial disease. It mainly infects the your respiratory tract, upper respiratory tract when it enters into the body. Okay, when that bacteria directly enters into the body, diphtheria bacteria, it mainly infects the upper respiratory tract. As a result, it creates the suffocations. The people can't breathe. So here the one of the characteristics of diphtheria will be suffocation. Okay, not any hydrophobia, not the dehydration or not a gum bleeding. Okay, next see here. Okay, can everybody see now? Okay, everybody got the answer. So answer here will be what? It will be a suffocation. Okay, I will slowly show you the slide here. Okay, once again I will show the slide. Okay, can everybody see this one? Okay, see, diphtheria. Okay, diphtheria is an infectious disease. See, diphtheria is an infectious disease caused by the bacteria that is called as Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, it is caused by the bacteria called as Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Okay, see here. Can everybody see this? In 1921, that is 206,000 cases of diphtheria were noted in the USA. First time it is noted in USA. Okay, with the what later what happened when the diphtheria got occurred? Later the vaccine came for the diphtheria. So as a result, there will be a slowing up of diphtheria disease happens. Okay, once the vaccine was invented, what happened? Now the diphtheria disease got controlled. Okay. Next one, see here. Can everybody see this one? The people here showing initially the upper respiratory tract, whatever the upper respiratory tract is present, na larynx, okay, larynx agirbodu, trachea, okay, bronchioles, primary, secondary, these all the upper respiratory tract will be get affected. Okay, as a result, the people can't breathe, they get suffocated. Okay, so one of the characteristics there will be a suffocation. Okay, see, can everybody see this one? Here the answer will be what? Suffocation. Okay. Okay. Previous answer. Previous answer you people ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Voluntarily just goes on ticking the answers. Okay. Next come fourth one. That is interferon. You people are very much familiar about this now. Interferon suppresses the pathogenic activity of what? Interferon, you are seen about the cytokinins barriers, which is a secondary defense. Okay, means second line barrier, acting as a second line barrier. Okay, so what happened here? Interferon mainly suppress the pathogenic activity of virus. Okay, not any bacterial protozoa or helminths. It's mainly suppress the activity of virus. Whenever there is an entry of the virus, okay, whenever the infection infection happens, what happens? First virus will enter into the cell. Okay, now the infected cell going to secretes the cytokinins. Remember I told you people, okay, that will be intraleukin 1 or intraleukin 2. Okay, so what happened? Now they are going to secrete the certain interferons. Okay, why? Because to get rid from this infection of the neighboring cells. Okay, ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ neighboring cells infect ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ now they are going to secrete a certain cytotoxins. Those are the interferons. Okay, so once the interferons goes and combines to the receptors of the neighbor cell, now what happened within the neighbor cell? They are going to secrete the certain protein that interfere with the protein production of the virus. As a result, the replication of virus doesn't take place. Okay, this is what happens. I already told it in your previous class. So remember, the interferons mainly acts when there is, it's mainly acts when the viral infection happens, only when the viral infection happens, not any bacteria or anything else. Okay, so interferons suppress the infections of viruses. Same thing they are asked. In animal body, the glycoproteins are formed against the viruses to combat viral infection. They are, what are they? Now only you are told, they are nothing but interferons. Okay, okay. Next see. Okay, we'll move for next one. See. Okay, next see. Yes. Okay. See next one, fifth one. Okay. Here, yes, interferon to suppress the viruses, and the answer is here interferon. Okay. Next one, select the pair of disease which is viral. Okay. Which is, these are, they are given certain diseases, a pair of diseases. Whether both the diseases are caused by virus, they are asking here. Okay, so remember cholera and TB is mainly caused by, both are caused by bacteria. Okay, Vibrio cholerae and TB is mainly caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Both are comes under bacterial disease. Okay, now what about AIDS? You people tell AIDS is caused by virus. AIDS is caused by HIV virus. What about syphilis? Syphilis is mainly caused by the bacteria that is called as Treponema pallidum. Okay, that is a bacteria. Okay, so it will be a wrong. It is a wrong. Okay, this is a wrong. Okay, next from mumps and the rabies. Yes, obviously the mumps also caused by the virus and rabies also caused by virus. So answer is C here. Okay, now comes for the tetanus and the typhoid. Tetanus and the typhoid both are coming under the bacterial disease, so it is wrong. So answer will be a mumps and rabies, which is mainly caused by the virus. Okay, next, sorry, next we will move. Okay, okay, next one, see here. Now seventh one, the common cold here caused by, you people already learned this one. The common cold is caused by what? Rhinovirus. Okay, not a plasmodium, not a streptococcus, not a salmonella. It is mainly caused by rhinovirus. Okay, next comes the cells that are in alarmingly high number in leukemia are, here leukemia is nothing but cancer. You have studied about cancer. Leukemia is nothing but, it is a blood cancer. Particularly the number of white blood cells goes on increasing. That is called as leukemia. Leukopenia means which is decrease in the number of WBC. They are asking why alarmingly becomes high number of leukemia. By what? By increasing what? What type of the cells they are asking? So answer will be a leukocytes. And leukocytes are nothing but WBC. Okay. Next one. Okay. Next comes here, jaundice. You people have learned about jaundice in the previous first year. Okay. Now let me explain you once more. Jaundice is a disease of, whether it is a disease of kidney, they are asking whether it is a disease of duodenum, whether it is a disease of liver, or whether it is a disease of pancreas. Okay, so answer will be a liver. You people know that because it's directly go and affect to the liver. That's why you people know that the jaundice disease, the person starts showing the yellow in appearance. Why? Because of the substance that is bilirubin, and bilirubin will be started to flow in the circulation systems. They are not eliminated out from the body. As a result, the people start showing the yellow in color. These are the symptoms, okay, due to the infection that is caused in the liver. Okay, so liver disorder, I will show you. Okay, see. Okay, next one. Okay, can everybody see this image? Okay, okay, can everybody see this image? Okay, see, it's like jaundice is the symptom where the skin and eyes become yellow. You people know that. Can you see the differentiate? It is a normal, but once the child start to show the jaundice, they are going to appear yellow in color. It is a symptoms because why? It's yellow is associated with the accumulation of bilirubin and bilirubinin. Okay, it is which is a secretion of your liver. Okay. Okay, accumulation of bilirubin in the skin. Bilirubin in the skin, most often caused by the liver and a gallbladder disorder. Okay, what happens when the jaundice appearance? What happens? It directly goes and affects to the liver and the gallbladder. As a result, the liver and gallbladder its functions becomes abnormal. As a result, right now it should eliminate from the body. Your bilirubin and bilirubinin should be exit from the body. But what happened? It starts to secrete a more amount and start to release in your circulatory system. As a result, your overall skin starts appears in the yellow in color. Okay, so it directly goes and affects to the liver and gallbladder. Remember. Okay. Okay. So next we will know. Okay. Okay. See. This is an rhinovirus. It will okay. Cell are alarmingly high. They are called as leukocytes. Okay. Jaundice disease is mainly disease of liver. Why people already know. Cholera can be fatal due to already I told. Why it is fatal? Because of severe headache. No. High temperature. No. Severe dehydration. Yes. Already told dehydration. What happens? I already told previous. Poor appetite. No. The severe dehydration can causes the make the people for fatal, make the people for death. Already ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Why means when the bacteria enters into the body, directly enters into the small intestines. Once it enters into the small intestines, it's going to release certain toxins. These toxins makes the effects on the physiological activities. As a result, it secretes the more amount of water through the excretion outside from your body. As a result, the body get dehydrations. Okay, means loss of water happens. When there is a loss of water happens, suddenly what happens? You are going to lose the electrolytes and everything. So if it is suddenly it is not treated, what happens? Ultimately the person may become fatal. So severe dehydration will be a reason for that. Okay. Anthrax. Yes, anthrax is a bacterial disease. It's mainly seen in the animals. Remember. So from the animals it can infect for the human beings also. Okay. So anthrax is a bacterial disease. Remember. I will explain you later. So answer ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. Hope so. Common cold is rhinovirus. Everything leukocytes, liver, severe dehydration. Anthrax is a bacterial disease. We will see you. Okay. Can everybody see this one? Can everybody see this one? See, Bacillus anthracis. It is mainly called Bacillus. Has a name itself. It telling the shape of the bacteria. Okay, Bacillus anthracis. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Take this one. Bacillus anthracis. Okay. See what they are telling you. Bacillus anthracis infects mostly for animals, means the domestic animals which you are your domestic animals, okay, which are using in the farms, okay, such as like a cow agirbodu, such as like a pigs, okay, sheep, okay. These anthracis. This is mainly seen in the animals. Remember, and is usually spread to the human through the break in the skin. Okay. Now whenever there is any breaking in the skin, now the bacteria directly enters through the skin. Sometimes it causes the ulcers in the skin also. Okay. Not only ulcers, sometimes it also causes difficulty in breathing. Okay. So remember, it causes the lung infection. Once the bacteria enters into the body, it also causes the lungs infection. Also it causes the ulcers in the skin region. Okay. So anthrax is mainly a disease seen in the animals, but when the people come contact with the animals, because these are the domestic animals which are going to use those animals. Okay. So when you are getting a contact with those infected animals, obviously those bacteria can transfer into the humans. Okay. So once it enters into the humans, it mainly causes the ulcers in the skin, as well also it causes the what happened, lung infections it causes. Okay. We will see the next. Okay. Next one. Okay. So next, your anthrax finished. Okay. We'll move for next one. That will be immunity. Okay. So immunity. We'll move for immunity. Okay. From the following one, which is involved in the defense mechanism of the body? Among these options, which are mainly involved in your defense mechanism of a body, they are asking whether the lymphocytes involved in the defense mechanism. Obviously yes, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, they plays a major role in the acquired immunity. Okay, yes. Neutrophils, yes, they shows the phagocytosis. They mainly kill the pathogen by eating the pathogens. That is phagocytosis. When the macrophages, yes, obviously they also undergo for shows the phagocytosis for the killing the pathogens. These three also mainly helps in defense mechanism. So answer will be all A, B and C. Okay. Next, from the following, dash are associated with primary and secondary immune response. They are what they are talking, they are indirectly talking here about acquired immunity. Okay, they are telling that they are associated, they are both here, whatever the option they are giving, they are mainly associated with the primary as well as secondary immune response. Whether neutrophils, no. Monocytes, no. Acidophils, no. Which that is lymphocytes. Which are those lymphocytes? T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes is called as cell-mediated immunity. The B lymphocytes is called as humoral-mediated immunity. Why you know? It is also called as antibody-mediated immunity. Okay. Antibodies are, how nicely they are asked here. What antibodies are? Okay. We'll move next one. Okay. They are asking antibodies are whether they are fibrous protein, whether they are mainly made up of carbohydrates, whether they are immunoglobulins, whether they are lipids. You people already know they are nothing but immunoglobulins. So many times I told why they are immunoglobulins. They are mainly made up of the protein called as globulin, and those globulin mainly helps in the immunity of your body. So hence it is called as immunoglobulins. So when you are going to write, you are writing IgA. What is that IgA stands for? Immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin B, immunoglobulin G, immunoglobulin M, immunoglobulin D. Okay, you people know that one. Okay. So next I will move. Antigen binding site is an antibody found between. Okay, you people have seen that antibody should goes and binds to the antigen. Antigen should bind to the antibody. Where that antigen exactly binds to the antibody? Okay, so I will show you. It is mainly. I will show you. Okay, see here. Okay. No, here it is not there. I will draw you. Okay, don't worry. Okay. See, antigen binding site in the antibody found between the you got. Have you remembered about this? Okay, you got light chains as well as you got a light chains as well as heavy chains. It is present in between the light chain and it present in between the one light chain and one heavy chain. It is present here. Okay. So antigen binding site in the antibody found between the one light chain and one heavy chain. Okay, we'll see that. Between two light chains, no. Two heavy chains, no. One heavy and one light chain. Yes, exactly. Answer is one heavy and one light chain. Okay. Next we will move. 16th one. Okay, most of plant derived allergies in men are caused by plant derived allergies. Which are those? Those are nothing but they will be a pollen. Okay, pollen grains. Okay, lymphocytes can be found in, whether they are found in, they are going to found in both in the primary lymphoid organ as well as secondary lymphoid organ. So thymus is a primary, yes, they are going to find. Tonsils, yes. Lymph nodes, yes. So answer will be all the A, B and C. Okay, next one, select a primary lymphoid organ from the following. Which is your primary lymphoid? There are mainly two primary lymphoid, one is bone marrow, another one is thymus. So answer will be a thymus. The remaining are secondary lymphoid organs. Next I will do it. Okay, 19th one, see, 19th one. Yes, very nice. So many times I told about this topic. Okay, you people can remember. Okay, organ, see what they are telling, that organ transplant rejection may be prevented using what? First you people know that what is organ transplant rejection. Okay, in the organ transplant rejection, why it happens? See, show you here. Okay, so whenever the people having certain disorders, okay, kidney failure and anything, so whenever there will be a transfusion of the kidney, okay, ಯಾರ್ದು kidney failure ಆಗಿತ್ತು, so what happened, he should be get transplantation of kidney from the donor to the recipient. Okay, remember I already told your immune system will recognize your own antigen, that is called as self antigens. Okay, so your immune systems can easily recognize between the self antigen as well as foreign antigens. So they are knowing the mark that is present in your organs. Okay, so what happened when the recipient receives the organ from the donor, now what happened, the donor having a different types of antigens, once it's enter into the body, what happened, your body try to recognize, now the donor organ has the what, foreign particles. Everybody getting that? Now because your immune systems will be well recognized between the self antigen as well as foreign antigen. See what happens here, how nicely they are told here. See what happens, see, just like I will show one animated picture here. Now think that it is a transplanted cell. Now transplanted cell, it is mainly came from the donor. Okay, okay, can everybody see this one? Okay, see cell. Okay, now what happened, now when transplanted cells comes and tells hi for your immune, which now particular immune cells, that is T cells. Remember I already told the graft rejections happens from the T cells, not from the B cells, not B lymphocytes. It's mainly happens from the T lymphocytes, specifically a killer T lymphocytes. Okay, so what happens when it comes inside, it says hi, that's nothing, busy day, officer is talking about him, talking with him. See now what happens, he is a new person. Now your killer T cells, what it is going to recognize this person as like this, that looks like a foreign. He is telling that this is the, it is not a mine cell. Now it is looking like foreign cell. Oh, hey there, you got a funny looking of MHC molecule. You don't want that MHC. Okay, are you from this part of town? Means are you from my own body? It's asking him. Okay, now he'll be immediately recognized by your own immune cells as a foreign cells. When it is immediately recognized it as a foreign cells, what happened? It directly goes and attacks those organs. As a result, what? It distracts that organs. So now it should not distract. Even transplantations madsiri andra, now what happened? Now the kidney have got transplanted. Okay, that should be not destroyed by your own immune system. So what happened? Now the doctor will going to give a certain drugs, that those are called as immunosuppressant drugs. Okay, what they will do at an immunosuppressant is any agent that causes the immunosuppression. Okay, including the immunosuppressive drugs and some environmental toxins also act as immunosuppressant. Okay, one of the primary use of immunosuppressant drugs is the lower your body's ability to reject the transplant organ. So what happens? It's lower those body's immunity. Okay, as a result it doesn't reject. Now it doesn't reject the transplanted organ such as liver, heart or kidney, because you have put a lot of money to transplant those organs, because when you are going to transplant any liver or heart, you are putting a lakhs together, okay, 60 lakhs, sometimes crore together. When you are putting those organs, your immune system your self-immune systems make those destroyed, okay. It is going to destroy, means it will be very harmful, okay. In our three, it should not happen, okay. So what happened? Adu agabardu annodukka now the doctor is going to give a immunosuppressant drugs, okay. Hope so you got understood. So many times I have already told this one, okay. So answer here will be what? Answer here will be organ transplant rejection can be prevented using immunosuppressive drugs, okay. Next one, okay. Next one we will move, okay. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Can everybody see this? AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Transmission of HIV, which is caused by HIV. The transmission of HIV infection generally occurs by, now they are asking about transmission here. Sexual contact with the infected person? Yes, obviously. Next, transmission of contaminated blood? Yes. Okay. Sharing the infected needles with the intravenous drug abuse? Yes. So answer all A, B and C. It can transfusion from all these three. Okay. So answer will A, B and C. Next one. The diagnostic test for AIDS is, how can we diagnose that a person having the positive or negative HIV, positive or negative with the help of ELISA test. I already told. Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Okay, ELISA test. Okay, HIV mainly infects, very nice they are asked. HIV mainly infects what type of cells? I already told you people. See whether it is going to directly attacks to killer T cells or it is also called as toxic T cells. Killer T cells or helper T cells or all the lymphocytes or killer T cells they are asking. So answer will be a helper T cells. Why helper T cells? Can everybody tell me why helper T cells? So I am going to tell you why the helper T cells. Okay. Means whenever the virus comes within your body, it directly first goes and infects the helper T cells, remember, because helper T cells plays very important role. Can everybody see this chart? Okay. Can everybody see this chart? Okay. Okay. See, whenever the foreign particles comes, what happened? Helper T cells. First they goes and destroy the helper T cells. Why? Remember what I told? Without helper T cells, your B cells doesn't get stimulates. Once the helper T cells stimulates the B cells, then only your B cells going to produce the antibodies. Until and unless it doesn't produce an antibodies. So remember, your helper T cells helps to stimulate the B lymphocytes as well as your T lymphocytes. Okay, when it is going to stimulate your T lymphocytes, now the T lymphocytes undergo the formation of clones. Once again, when it is undergo formation of the clones, now it is going to form the different types of T cells. So here, the main hero will be a helper T cells. Without the helper T cells, your immune response doesn't happen. He is a leader. Think that. Now they are going for war. The main hero will be presented later. First hero goes and defends that hero only, means what happened? It doesn't need to fight overall. You people got to know. First you hogi main ittavrna ನೀವು ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, think that you are playing a chess. Everybody getting my point? Here chess, in the chess, a king plays very important role. If you are going to hit directly a king, now no necessity of playing a chess. Remaining people is nothing necessity for them. Okay, directly here the main hero will be a what, your CD4 cells. Okay, helper T cells. Once it goes and attacks the helper T cells, obviously your immune system will becomes defense. Okay, completely it decreases. Okay, hope you got understood. Okay, we will move here. So answer here will be so the HIV mainly infects helper T cells, that is helper lymphocytes. AIDS is due to reduction in the number of helper T cells? Yes. Autoimmunity? No. Reduction in number of killer T cells? No. Lack of interferons? No. It is AIDS is caused mainly due to what? reduction in the number of helper T cells. Okay. Okay. Next one here. Next one. We will move for next one. Okay. Okay. 24. The non-communicable disease among the following is. These are the transmitted from one person to another person. Which filariasis, yes, it is transmitted by the mosquito. Culex fatigum, obviously AIDS, yes, it is transmitted. Okay. Malaria, yes, it is transmitted by the female Anopheles mosquito. What about anemia? Anemia, it is a disease. It is never transmitted. It is a disease which is caused by the lowering of your RBC. Red blood cells in your body. If there is the lowering of the red blood cells, it causes the disease called as anemia. Means the hemoglobin get shortens. As a result, the oxygen will not get correctly supplied to your body. There will be deficiency of oxygen. Okay. Now it is caused the cyanosis also. So anemia means decrease in the number of RBC. Okay. So it doesn't spread. Okay. So it is not a communicable disease. So answer will be anemia. Your answer will be anemia.